And Middle Township is having one heck of a year. Rick Spackman is the assistant coach for the head coach, and we're going to talk to him now. Let's go to the Toms River Volkswagen Sports Hotline and welcome into the locker room the head coach of the Middle Township High School wrestling team, Matt Wolf. Good morning, Matt.
Morning, Billy.
Matt,
thanks for having me on, guys.
Matt, what kind of year are you having, dude?
It's been a pretty special year, no doubt about it.
I mean, it started in the summer. You guys, you're the chief of the Beach Patrol at Avalon. You got a great crew, and you win the South Jersey Championship, which was unbelievable. And I know the pride that you guys felt the whole week. We interviewed you a week afterwards, and it was still going on. You still couldn't believe it. Now, your wrestling team just wins its first championship in school history. You got to be on cloud nine.
Yeah. Interestingly, we had 5 Avalon lifeguards in our starting lineup that won that South Jersey title. So, yeah, they're carrying over a little bit.
So, Matt, real quick before we start talking about your team, I just said it, wrestlers and wrestling practice, probably one of the toughest practices I've ever been through. I played football, basketball, baseball, a lot of ice hockey. I wrestled in 7th grade. I'm telling you, to be a wrestler, you got to be pretty dedicated.
Yeah, wrestling is a lifestyle sport. I think anybody that has wrestled at any serious level, it doesn't matter where it is. You can kind of look at another wrestler and you just kind of know, the sacrifice and the dedication that goes into it. And those words get thrown around a lot. But, you guys were talking about making weight and doing this and doing that. Yeah, if you don't make weight, you don't wrestle.
I mean, Matt, back in the day, Matt, I mean, Rick Spackman is your assistant coach. He's one of my very dear friends. He used to walk around school in like a trash bag sucking on oranges.
Yeah, well, I think times have changed a little bit there. We try to do things the right way in a healthy way. We encourage our kids. We're in there lifting now all season. It's about strength. We don't want to be sucked at. It's a lot more science-based. Right. But still, yeah, these kids are saying, cafeteria ladies are coming out offering them cookies, and they got to be like, nah, I can't have that. I got to go to bed all the time. I got to do things the right way. So that's kind of where the sport has evolved to. If you want to be real good at it.
And Matt, you just said something that's a key, and I try to instill this in my daughter. People don't realize how much rest the body needs, sleep. I have a couple of friends of mine. Matter of fact, I took your brother, Eric, came with me to lunch. We had lunch with Craig Berube, and we were talking. Like, I've talked to Chief several times. Like, right when he was playing is when athletes was transitioning over to health and fitness and eating right and getting a proper amount of rest, proper amount of sleep.
So, I teach health and phys ed. I say this to my classes. I say this to my athletes. I say this to my lifeguards. Eat right, sleep right, train right.
Yeah,
those 3 things.
Matt, talk to us about your team. Matter of fact, last week, was it 2 weeks ago, we had one of your wrestlers as our athlete in the spotlight, Adolesi. Is that how you say his name? Adolesi?
Yeah, Max Adolesi, yeah.
He's had a great year, hasn't he?
So, yeah, he's been our star on a team of stars. And last night won the region championship, only second kid in school history to do that. He's a region outstanding wrestler. And I said to him, Max, at the end of the year, there's 14 state champs. There's only 8 region outstanding wrestlers. That's a pretty special award to win. And it was an entertaining match. He's actually named Maximus for the Gladiator.
Wow.
And his senior quote was, "Are you not entertained?" And last night they had a 17-17 match, and he pins the kid in the third period. The whole gym was on pins and needles. It was
flair
great.
For the dramatic, right, Matt?
No doubt. He was the last match in the South Jersey final. They clinched our first South Jersey team championship. So Max is the guy we want out there when everything's on the line.
Matter of fact, Fran McLaughlin, who does our Athletes in the Spotlight, brought to you by the Philly Pretzel Factory of Egg Harbor Township, he sent me a picture. It was on the website of after that win, after his pin, you jumping up in adulation. I mean, that is such a great photo. I guess that's on NJ.com.
Okay, yeah, there's a couple going around in videos. Yeah,
that's
it was one of those moments
Matt.
Where, you just kind of react in the moment, and I think all 10 of our coaches are running around in circles, and it's just like it's great when your kid's winning by a lot and you're in control, but this was just kind of this back and forth match, and all of a sudden he comes up on top and pins the kid, and, 17 years on my end, 4 years of high school wrestling on his end, a lifetime of work, is kind of rewarded in an instant. And, that's where you get that emotion.
That is such a classic picture. I'm looking at it now, and if you want to go to NJ.com and check it out, Matt, your reaction there is better than the one for the South Jersey champion when you won that one.
So, I mean, don't get me wrong. That was, that was a great night too. They're each special, but the South Jersey one, we kind of knew. We're like, all right, he's got to win by 8. He had to win by 8, so we kind of knew. But this was, like I said, it was an instant, and it was over.
So, hey, Matt, you know what? I did a little wrestling. If you know a wrestler, you go to a wrestling match, you're sitting on the stands and you're moving around with every movement the wrestler makes. It's like, you know what I mean? You're like, it's almost like you're there on the mat with them.
Yeah. Yeah, and you could feel it. I mean, the best kids would be Max. I've got a great group of assistant coaches, guys that have wrestled for me in the past, other lifeguards. Gary Negri, you mentioned Rick Spackman. Yeah. Dave Julian was there yesterday.
Oh, yeah, Dave was there.
He was there watching. He's wrestling in college, playing football in college, doing great. But I've got other alumni, Dawson Town, Romeo Rodriguez. Like, these guys are in the room with us, and you're rolling with these kids every day. So you can almost feel, what they're going to do or what they should be doing while they're out there because you've been working with them, and your best kids are going to wrestle your adults. And they're going to wrestle grown men every day so that when they're wrestling other high school kids, hopefully it's easier on them.
We're talking with Matt Wolf. He's the head coach of the Middle Township High School wrestling team. You win your first championship in school history. That's unbelievable, Matt. I mean, what's the spirit like around school?
It's been great, and I was there. Look, I wrestled through Middle Township High School, and, it's been a long time. I mean, we've had – like I said, I've been there as head coach for 17 years. When I got there, we were 5-20. We had 9 kids on the team.
Wow.
And we've been through a lot of ups and downs. But the first day I got there, I bought a banner. I hung it on the wall. It's still hanging in our room. Huge banner that says, "Those who remain will be champions."
Wow.
And I was like, yo, we just got to stick with it. You just got to stick with it. You got to keep working at it. And, it's you see the championship, and that's great. But, what you get out of these kids off the mat, what they learn from the sport, what they learn from being a part of the program, and you see them grow. I mean, a lot of kids will never win a region championship. A lot of kids will never be on a South Jersey championship team, but everything they're getting out of it, that's the stuff that people don't see, but that's really the most important piece of it.
We're talking with Matt Wolf. He's the head wrestling coach of Middle Township. Matt, talk to us about some of your wrestlers and all the things that they do to prepare. I think you're sending 3 now to the States.
Calvin Park, missed all last year with an injury. He's going at 106 pounds. Sean Watkins, he didn't even start wrestling until halfway through last year as a junior. He wrestled a little bit growing up, decided to come back out last year, and he's going through. He was third at 215 pounds. We got 3 kids wrestling the state tournament, first time ever. We've got other alternates. Tyler King's a sophomore. He's fifth at 144 pounds, real competitive weight class. Maurice Matthews won his 100th match yesterday, was fifth at heavyweight.
Wow.
RJ Garden was a semifinalist. He's only a sophomore. He missed all last year with an injury as well. So we had a lot of kids that really had a good year for us and did a lot of sacrifice, worked hard together in the off season. We're in there at 6 a.m. before school. We're there after school until whatever hour. They put in a lot of time, a lot of sacrifice.
See, hey, Matt, that's the operative word. That's the word I was looking for. The word is sacrifice, because that's what wrestlers do. They have to sacrifice. I mean, not that other sports do, they do too, but there's something about wrestling that's a little extra special. You know what I mean? Like, I know you identify with that.
Yeah,
but the wrestlers got to sacrifice.
It's the only, I say, guys, the only combat sport in high school, and that's, you got to go out there and it's a fight. And that word kind of gets thrown around a little bit, but it's you and the other guy, and you got to have a little bit of a mindset with that. And it's not for everybody.
No, it certainly isn't. Matt, what a year you've had, man. I'm like, this is. By the way, I want to thank you and your staff in Avalon. You guys give me great access. The locker room when we get down there to cover the boat races, the lifeguard races, both on the boys and girls side. I appreciate the access you give me, but I'm so happy for you, the Wolf family, and everybody in Avalon down there. You guys do a great job. Congratulations! And now, next week is the state championships, right?
Yeah, and look, we appreciate everything on your end as well. We'll be down there in Atlantic City. Literally, I just got off the beach. I was just running on the beach. It's a beautiful morning down there.
Nice.
And a little cold, but I'm sure we'll see you down there soon.
Yeah, man, we'll be down there. All right, Matt, listen, good luck the rest of the way. And we really pray. You tell that Rick Spackman I said hi. You know what? I got to tell you, Ricky, pound for pound, I'll put him up against anybody. He was a small. Yeah. So my brother Bobby, a little quick story, a little anecdote for you. My brother Bobby and I went down we played football at Lees McRae College in Banner Elk, North Carolina, and we're not big guys, but we went down and wanted to continue to play football after high school. We get down there. Rick called us almost every day, sent us letters because there was no cell phones back then, and wanted to know if we thought he could play down there. Can I play? How do I get in? I want to play. And guess what? He comes down. He's the smallest guy on that college football team, and he made the starting lineup the year after we left.
He is look, he's still in there. He still goes with these guys. He amazing. You know, he coached me when I was in high school.
Is that right? He's got he's got artificial hip, 2 knees, and he's wrestling.
He's unbelievable. And you talk about work ethic and everything like that. You know, you can see what somebody got from the sport and how they've applied to the rest of their life. Been incredibly successful. You know, he's been a huge supporter of us over the last couple of years.
You know what, Matt? Not only does wrestling does something to the mental side of it, but you create leaders of men and people that go on. They can use what they use in wrestling practice and their experiences to the working world.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And guys like Rick, and I was fortunate to have good coaches, obviously great parents, a great family, that set me up. And that's each day I just try to be, a good mentor, a good teacher, a good coach to the kids that are trusted in me right now.
Well, you've done a great job, Matt. Congratulations. Good luck with your the remaining wrestlers in the state over there in Atlantic City next week, and we'll be pulling for you.
You're the man. Thanks, Billy.
All right, there he is, head coach of the Middle Township High School wrestling team, Matt Wolf.